You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode I will be talking on the video game Overwatch, alright? Pretty much, I think I'm gonna just overall do a review of Overwatch. You know, like I said, keeping my episodes in alphabetical order. Overwatch, is something that was on my radar of what I wanted to talk on. It was either that or Onlyfans, and I'm like, okay, I don't really know too much about Onlyfans, and I don't want to offend anybody talking on Onlyfans, because I messed around and say something, and people are like, how dare you talk about us Onlyfans creators like that? How, you don't know us, all you do is make YouTube videos. I'm like, alright, I'm not even gonna talk about you guys. I ain't gonna say what's on my mind, alright? But anyways, I guess if I can talk on it briefly, if I can sum it up, alright, in one word, maybe multiple words, but like, just overall summing it up, I feel like some scammy things is going on OnlyFans. I'm like, I don't know, I think I should have talked on it. I should, but again, I'm not going to say everybody on OnlyFans is scammy, but there are some people on there that's a little scammy, all right? If you know what, let me just say, I think 2-for-1 special. 2-for-1 special, Overwatch, OnlyFans. That's what I'm going to do for this episode, all right? So, let's just talk on OnlyFans real quick because, I got some things to say. I got some stuff. So, again, I'm not going to say everybody on OnlyFans is scammy, but there are some things that I have seen on there that I have mentioned before and then just going based off of one of my friends, she did videos on YouTube where she would react to like OnlyFans creators and what they're posting. She wouldn't actually show it, but she was like overall capturing her reaction. So like, remember back in the day when people would do their like reaction to like 2 Girls 1 Cup and stuff? So she was doing that style of reaction where she would just capture her reaction but not the video that she's reacting to. So she was reacting to, like, I think Trisha Paytas. I think one video I remember she did was that avocado guy that be doing the mukbang videos. What else? And you'll be surprised on like who has an OnlyFans. Like and I remember that's when I was like, nah, OnlyFans is kind of, there's some people out there where they're trying to do is make a quick buck. Like you're not, because my thing is this: if I'm interested in that stuff, I want to put out the best type of content that I can put out. I guess I'm just more so speaking as a content creator because that's how I am with YouTube. I'm like, that's how I am with Twitch streaming, TikTok. I want to put out the best content that I can put out. Obviously there's things I want to do, and if I can't do it, then I'll do the best version of it, all right? But I am going to make sure that I put out the best type of content. But when I see people on OnlyFans where they, like, for an example, the Bella Thorne girl, and that's the one thing that I'll never forget about OnlyFans is that this girl was charging, I think it was either $100 or $100 just for a photo. And I'm thinking to myself, do we not know who you are? Have we not seen your face before? I'd imagine that you can't, based off of her being an actress and probably her being signed to a contract, she can't really do a whole lot when it comes to the OnlyFans stuff, right? So my question is that what are you providing in this $100 photo why should I buy it? Why should I invest in this $100 photo? Why can I not go out and get me a pair of shoes, a Seattle Supersonics jersey, groceries that last me for the week? What else? I'm trying to think. Video games, clothes. Like, I'm saying there's so many things. Like, my inner Julius from Everybody Hates Chris, like, he definitely was popping out that day, because I'm like, I'm not even buying the photo, but I feel for the people that did buy the photo, and she actually had ruined it for all OnlyFans content creators, because, before, I guess, like, it was just a Wild West on OnlyFans, where it's like, you could charge whatever you want to charge, but, after Bella Thorne did what she wanted to do, then, she ruined with it. And there's like OnlyFans creators where they was all like, oh, you messed it up. I was doing so good. I was making all this money and stuff. And then, you know, you had to just go and charge people this unreasonable amount. But I'm like, she ain't the only one, though. I imagine, yeah, Bella Thorne, she probably, the thing is this, she had to learn it from somebody. And I'm pretty sure it's either somebody that told her. She was probably asking around like, hey, what's this stuff about OnlyFans? Like, what is it? Can I get into it? You know? And yeah, they probably told her like, oh yeah, you're Bella Thorne. Like, you could charge any amount of money. There's going to be people out there paying for it. And I'm like, to those people, I'm sorry, you know, like that's all I'm gonna say about that is that I'm sorry, because I couldn't do it. I could not pay $100 for no photo. And I'm like, nah, it's like you $100, bro. My thing is this, with $100, like if we talking like media things, right? Video games, music, movies, all these different things that I can do, like, bruh, I literally can make a movie myself out of $100. So I'm saying, like, if that was the budget, okay, if that was the budget, like, all I got is $100, I had to go out and make the best movie I possibly could. I will go to whatever store, get me a prepaid phone with the camera, record whatever I need to record. I guarantee and I promise you, I can come out with something for $100, all right? So, but, and yeah, and then, like, what, one photo? Nah, bro, it ain't worth it. I'm sorry. So, but, nah, man, like, what tripped me out, though, was when I started seeing friends of mine create an OnlyFans, like, because, especially with the pandemic, I had friends actually creating OnlyFans accounts before the pandemic, but I felt like it was really getting active, like, 2020, oh, my God, I was like, it seemed like, it was like, every week, it was like, all right, who's gonna come out with OnlyFans this week? Like, who's gonna be this wild card? And I was like, there are some of my friends where I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. I'm like, okay, so you're into that stuff, all right. I'm like, hey, more power to you, you know, like, hey, I wish you the best, you know, I hope it's successful, because I'm saying, like, I think it's crossed everybody's mind, you know, when you see people out there making millions, they're like, how much did the Catch Me Outside girl, because when she created an OnlyFans, I was like, wow, like, everybody's creating an OnlyFans is rated E for everybody. That's the crazy thing, and it's not even supposed to be like that, but it is. But no, she made like millions off of it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, if you can make that type of money, and that's the thing where I'm like, I know I wouldn't make that type of money, but the fact that people in this world can make that type of money just by showing off their goods, bruh, I'm like, hey, you know what? Call me weird, call me whatever you want to call me. Millions is millions, okay? Like, yeah, but that's the thing, though. I think, cause I know people probably would ask me, like, you know, you being a content creator, like, why didn't you not get on the OnlyFans wave? And it's just, it's not my thing, you know, like, I'm not one of those people where I'm like, I want the world to see my goods and stuff. Like, I can't be that person, because, and I said that, and I'm like, look, I don't want people to be thinking, like, oh, you know, TMossBoss, he's homophobic, you know, he got an issue with that type. But I just kind of find it weird if a guy is telling me, oh yeah, bro, you got an attractive body. I don't want a man to tell me that. I don't. And I'm not homophobic. You can live whatever life you want to live, but I just don't want to hear things like that. Not towards me. I'm like, that's just weird, you know. And I've gotten on people about stuff like that. I'm like, hey, bro, look, if you joking, okay, joke, have fun. We can laugh about that stuff. If you being serious, I'm gonna have to check you. All right, I'm gonna have to check you and be all like, bro, you can't be saying that. Like, nah, bro, stop. Just stop being weird, okay? But if it's like in jokes, fun, just overall, you know, all right, whatever. But yeah, there's at times where it's like people, they kind of just, you know, there's like, outside of OnlyFans, I remember there was a time on Twitch where a guy, he would be carrying on like that, and I'm like, nah, bro. It got to, because no, it was like, so he started carrying on like that with me. I don't really care, you know, because I'm like, I'm a very careless person. But there's a time where a friend of mine's had joined my stream, and, you know, they were just talking, and then he started being weird towards them. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, look, if they told you to stop. Like, now it's getting weird. It's, you know, you out here somebody, and it's just like, just because you say you joking, that don't mean that the person know that you joking. So it's like, bro, you gonna have to, you know, be a little bit more cautious. He actually got mad and unfollowed me, and I'm like, hey, you know, so be it. I'm like, I don't really, bro popped in occasionally just to call me Daquan and then just start being weird and stuff. So I was like, hey, it's whatever. I'm like, I don't particularly care, but anyways, but yeah, it's like, with that OnlyFans stuff, I'm like, I just don't see myself ever getting into it. But and then that's what was tripping me out, was like there were people that was getting into it, and like, to explain to you guys what OnlyFans is, for those that don't really know what OnlyFans is pretty much like a paid service website where you can see people's personal areas and stuff. There were people that was getting on there and they were just, just overall trying to just have like a headline, or, go start trending a little bit, where it's like, oh my God, they created an OnlyFans. Because no, there's these two comedians. I'm not going to put them on blast, but there's these two comedians where they created an OnlyFans. They're like this couple duo. And I don't think they have it anymore. But I do remember when they were promoting it. And I'm like, so you guys is just going to put your personal business out there? Like, I'm like, hey, if that's what y'all are into, that's what y'all are into. From what I heard, and I remember I looked into that stuff, from what I heard and what people were saying in their comment sections, they were like, I think they said they were just posting comedy skits, but you had to like pay like for a longer version of their comedy skits. I'm like, that is crazy. I'm like, you mean the crazy thing is that if they wasn't, like famous and things, like if they didn't have like the followers that they had, they would have had no choice but to post longer comedy skits. So like, why do you feel that? Yeah, I was like, no, when I saw that, I'm like, nah, that's some scammy stuff. Okay, so I'm saying like with OnlyFans, hey, you know what? If you on there for the right reasons, okay, cool. But if you on there to scam, yeah, bro, that I'm like, all I'm gonna say is karma is watching. All right, so, and speaking of watching, yeah, let's overall switch over to Overwatch now. Yeah, let's overall talk on Overwatch and see if that's a game worth getting into. And I think for the next 4 minutes, what I can say about Overwatch is that nothing really hasn't changed with that game since it came out. Like when they were talking on part 2 coming out, I was like, okay, This should be cool. This should be fun. Brand new Overwatch game. All right, cool, bet. Then they said the game was going to be free. And I'm like, oh, that's sick. I'm like, bro, because I already own the game. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be dope. This is going to be great. It comes out, and I'm like, bro, this is the same thing. Like, there ain't no major difference with this game. I'm thinking they're going to be like new game modes. It's going to be like some story missions or something. Bro, like Overwatch, in my opinion, it's a failed game. All right, it's a game where I'm like, you guys could have did more with that game, but instead it just seemed like, I guarantee and I promise you, they focus more on these like YouTube videos that they be posting rather than like, oh, let's go and do anything with the video game. But yeah, let's I know they still got like, they still got like people playing it on YouTube stream. Yeah, they still stream it. It's don't get me wrong, it's a big game. But it's one of those games where I'm like, I just don't get why it's like, I don't know. I feel like they, all right, because I'm trying to like jump all over the place with just talking on it. But here's the thing. Here's what I personally feel like, that if they were to do more with that game, I feel like more people would play it. But I feel like when part 2 had came out, the group of people that were still playing 1, those are the only ones that are really playing it. But I'm like, I have no reason to play the game. The reason why is because when my thing is this, when a sequel to something comes out, you want to see something different. You want to see something, newer and things. And if you sit down and you think of any album, movie, TV show, YouTube video, like whatever it is, like if it's like a thing where it's a series of like, stuff, and I consider Overwatch a series. You got 1, you got 2, right? Well, no longer one no longer exists. It's just 2 now, which is weird. I'm like, I'm like, look, if you guys don't want to put no work into the game, then just say that. But like, if you just gonna like kind of change the colors a little bit, add a couple of new characters, I'm like, that's an update. That's not a brand new video game. That's just an update. And I'm like, and it's sad, like, that's where gaming is getting to, where it's just, oh, let's just come out with a major update. And rather than coming out with a video game, let's just come out with a major update because that's easier. No, my thing is this. If you signed up to be a video game developer, you have to challenge yourself. You have to make things challenging for yourself, because I feel like that's where you get the best work, if you challenge yourself. For an example, me right now, I feel like that, doing this like alphabetical order in podcast episodes, I challenge myself. And I feel like that I've been coming out recently. I've been coming out with some really good episodes. I'm sitting here doing a 2-for-1 special with two topics that starts with an O. I'm saying, bro, I'm like, that it's not too many people. And I feel like before I start doing this alphabetical order challenge for myself, I was struggling to come up with podcast episode ideas. All of a sudden, I challenged myself, and I'm done came out with like some of the best episodes I think I ain't came out with in a while. And same with YouTube. I'm like, I challenge myself with video games. I challenge myself in the game. I'm saying when you do that, you get better results. Meaning, if you challenge yourself to do something good with Overwatch 2, you're gonna get better results. Rather than, let's come out with some little short film YouTube video or whatever, or have it where it's just, all these streaming competitions going on. I'm like, bruh, it's one of those things where it's kind of like Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, but even with Call of Duty, they at least come out with newer games. But I'm like, imagine if that's how it was, where it's like with the movie, same exact script, same exact scenes, all of that stuff is the same. It's just instead of the movie happening at night, it's happening during the day. You know how many people would be outraged over that? Or let's say if a musician was coming out with a song, and let's say the song is called Taking a Walk Part 1, and then he or she comes out with another song called Taking a Walk Part 2, same lyrics, but it's just that the beat is being played backwards. People are going to be like, bruh, I don't know, maybe with music, it's like, yeah, it would be slightly different, but at the same time, it's like, people are going to be mad about that. So I'm saying, like, with Overwatch, more could have been done with that game, alright? So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. I am not going to do any promo stuff because I'm going to try to stream within 4 minutes. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube, and peace.